Hey everybody, it's Scott Simcoe Spring Service, and today I'm doing a review on an HSM ProfiPack C400. You didn't catch that, so I'll put it right here. Actually, I'll show you. HSM ProfiPack C400. Just plugs into a standard outlet, and it makes perforated cardboard like that. So I've had this machine for about 6 to 8 weeks now. I've put a couple hundred sheets through it. This thing works like a beast. It's not cheap, but I think it's worth it for shipping all sorts of weird shapes like we do. So because we ship suspension components, nothing's like perfectly square. It fits in a box really nice. And if it is perfectly square, it's like 4 pounds and like this big, so then it rattles around the box really bad. So I purchased this thing so I can have a variety of different packaging materials, and I get to recycle all the cardboard, or at least a huge chunk of the cardboard that comes through our shop. We're putting out about 6 to 10 recycling bins worth of cardboard out every week during the busy season, and this is probably going to divert probably about 30 to 50% of that, maybe more, depending on how greasy, oily, and destroyed the boxes are when we get them. I would highly recommend only sending clean cardboard through this thing. So you want stuff that's fairly flat, fairly clean. It'll eat the plastic tape and stuff like that, but if it's got staples and stuff like that, you're going to want to cut them out. You can buy one of these little cut-em-a-do thingies. They're super cheap, and you can just, you got some staples, you can just do that and get rid of the staples, throw it out. Then you can send the rest of the box through. So you can save like 90% of the box if you have some staples in there, so it's still pretty good. You're going to want to break these things down and put them through flat. You're not going to want to have them all folded up. So you're not going to send it through like this. You're going to open it up. You're going to get it flat like so, and you're going to run it through. You're going to check for staples or anything that might, like screws, nails, or anything that might have picked up along the way. You don't want to send any metal through this thing. The blades have a 10-year warranty on it, but I guarantee they're not going to warranty it if you destroy them. So that's really simple. Plug it in, you hit the forward button, or if it gets jammed, you can hit the reverse button and it'll pull the blades backwards, or you could stop it. Very, very, very simple operation. Cool thing about it too is I can cut a 16-inch strip. You want a 4-inch strip? Boom, 4-inch strip. Like, why would you want a 4-inch strip? Well, you can bunch it up into a ball. You wrap it around something small like a mug, or you can stuff it inside a mug. Like, there's lots of different things that you can do with this. You can pull it apart and wrap things in it. So I find this stuff is actually more versatile than like some of the craft paper or other packaging stuff that we've been using. And it's more durable, it's thicker, and I can have an infinite supply of it. So I like recycling stuff, and I like packaging stuff that doesn't get destroyed in shipping because of the Sasquatches that throw our packages around and stuff like that. It's really frustrating because we were losing like between 10 and 20% of our packages at the beginning of my shipping experiences, and now we've got that down to like the 1 to 5%. It's normal business now. But the cool thing is, flip it out, slide it over, cut full 16-inch strips. That's super fast. Like, that took mere seconds. You can fold up some stuff. I don't know. We are going to use it for shipping brakes and hubs and drums for trailer parts, and they're all odd shapes. So this allows me to like stick the part in, fold it, stick the parts in, fold them up, fill up the box with the excess, crunch it all up, stuff it in the box, and it's ready for shipping. So I like how it sticks to itself too. So the more twisted you make it, the more it sticks to itself, kind of holds its shape. Because the problem with the craft paper is, as we were folding it around stuff, then it would just like fall off. And it would just, so you're like trying to fold it over and then trying to run the tape around it, and it's flying and falling over. This stuff sticks really well. So I'll show you a little shot here of just how we wrap it around, and then what we can do is we can just use the black stretch plastic. I forget what it's called right now, but we can wrap that around the ends of the leaves and make it so that people don't get poked and stabbed or gouged when they're shipping metal components and stuff like that. So we try to think of the courier safety when we're packaging and shipping stuff as well. But yeah, so when we're shipping our little 3-inch lift blocks all around the world, then they will actually get to their destination. So this is the craft paper we're talking about here, and this stuff is pretty hard, pretty heavy duty. I get the heaviest of dutiest of types of craft paper that you can purchase. But what you can do is, if you want to make it soft and movable, words are hard, fold it in half, open her up all the way, send it through. Comes out the other side, and now it's soft and malleable, and you could package things, or you could wrap that something around it, things of that sort. So I thought that was kind of cool too, is because it can actually turn your craft paper into something a little bit more versatile for maybe a variety of different things. And because these little teeth lock into each other, it's actually quite robust in how it nests into itself. So yeah, that's kind of cool too. So that was 2 sheets, I believe, that we sent through there, but I'm sure you could send quite a few through. But then they all get stuck together, like, see how they're kind of sticking? So if you want 1 sheet, send 1 sheet through. If you want 2 sheets, send 2 sheets through. But if you want 2 sheets, I wouldn't stick 10 through and expect to be able to peel 2 out of it. It'll be just like a mess. Stuff falls apart real easily. But it's good for if you're like shipping ceramics or glass or something like that. You know, fill up a void, you can ball it up really nicely. Like I said, I do use these because they don't cut your hands, but they kind of like chew it up a little bit, and you get all that dust in there, and it dries out your hands and stuff. The only thing I noticed that's a disadvantage with this thing is it creates a significant amount of debris because it's shredding cardboard and stuff like that. And because it's creating all this debris, I wouldn't recommend putting it in a place where you can't just like sweep up after it or something like that, because after I run all this stuff through, it's going to be quite a significant amount of like fibers and dust and stuff coming off of this. But yeah, so we're going to process some of this stuff. There is one other cool feature on this machine, and I'll show it to you right now. Let's say we want to ship something like a medium size, but it's like an odd shape, and you just need like a thicker wad of padding in there. So like, let's say it's like something that's calibrated, like calipers, or something that can't, when it gets dropped, it can't be knocked out of position. There's actually a little guard on the back that you can push down, and it'll make it more floofy. Okay, so on the back of the machine, there's a little screw here. We're gonna loosen that off, and you're gonna push this guard down. Now, not all the way, because it won't come out. I'm gonna put about a 1/2 inch of space in there or so. Tighten that up, and we'll run stuff through, and you'll see how it comes out of here. It'll really bunch up a lot. So it makes it really crinkly, but as you can see, I feel like it's just like piling up inside the machine. Now, I don't know if I'm using it wrong or here, you could probably have to experiment with it, but you can make it really, really floofy looking. So if you wanted to have a little bit more air in there, you can do that. I don't 100% understand how that works. I'm not going to use that feature, but it is there. You'll probably have to play with the guard and play with how it feeds out. But essentially, once you get the guard set, maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch, I'm not sure. I'd probably have to read the instruction manual again, but I don't use that feature, so I don't really care. But there you go, super frilly, floofy packaging material. So I had no clue any of this stuff existed. I didn't even know it was an option that you could get this thing. I've seen this stuff before, but I'm like, you know, it's for other companies. You know, I didn't know I could actually purchase one myself and run it for packaging material, but it does a fairly good job. So I think the machine's pretty cool. I think it might be worth the investment. You'll have to check it out yourself. They're not cheap. There are distributors in the US. I got mine from a company here in Canada. I'm going to put all their information right here for you. So Bob over there, he helped me out a lot, and he helped me get set up with it. There are actually 3 different versions. So this one's 110 volt, which is great because I can use it wherever I want. If you have more of a dedicated run where you want to run like this thing like 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you want to manufacture all your own packaging material, that's perfectly fine. They have a 220 single phase version, and I think they have an even bigger version, and then they have like industrial grade versions and stuff like that. But I found that this is basically good for what I need it for. And what I'm going to do is just use it for general packaging material and stuff like that, for shipping out all our oddball stuff. So we got like the repair kits for the Chevy pickup trucks. We're going to use it for that. We're now launching trailer brakes, drums, hubs, bearings. We're also selling more ride stuff, so that's going to be your heavy duty bushing kits and your equalizers and stuff like that. So with the variety of things that we're shipping, the more shapes that we're having to deal with, and the more shapes we're having to deal with, I need more variety of packaging material. So the boxes are great, but I want to fill the box and make them completely full so that the products aren't rattling around inside of the box, because the more they rattle around inside of the box, then the higher chance of them bursting through the sidewall of the box, and there goes your product and there goes your profit. So I'm hoping this thing will save me about $1,500 to $3,000 a year just in lost products and shipping. And I'm also hoping that it allow me to sell a bigger variety of products like the trailer brakes and stuff like that, because they're such an oddball shape and size that if they get dropped, they can shift a lot inside of the box. And I want to be able to ship them in a full box with a little bit of padding around there, so that as it goes from our shop to your house, then it's not damaged along the way. So yeah, kind of fascinating, kind of interesting. I think it's kind of cool, and I wanted to show you how it works, how it functions, because I couldn't see much of this stuff online. I could see people operating it, but nobody went through like how it actually functions and stuff like that. So there you go. It's very simple to operate. I think it had a 10-year warranty on the blade. I think it's a 1 or 2 year warranty on the rest of the components, like the motor and stuff like that. But I mean, who's going to give a longer warranty than that nowadays anyways? So it's robust. Like I said, we've thrown a couple hundred sheets through it, and we're all pretty happy with it, and we all actually enjoy operating it. Like, so it's a pleasure to operate. It functions the way it's supposed to. Even though it's expensive, I think it's going to pay for itself within a year or two. So I think it's well worth it for my business. Betterment do?
Just the same thing.
Cut all the staples out. Actually, here, I can do better. And I'll just run through once, and I'll just throw the rest in the recycling bin. Well, and then we don't have to worry about any of the staples. That's garbage. My first jam. Now what do we do? Forward?
I'd say so.
Alright, a little bit more shreddy, but glad I had the camera rolling for a while. These ones here, because they got these flapping madoos here, I'm going to stick them in through this way. Mike's just itching to pull him through. One thing I forgot is you can put prep. So there you go. That's it. I'll catch you next time. Have a good day.